Hi crypto fans, welcome to CCS Cryptocurrency State. My name is Santiago, I'm a web developer and investor, and in today's video we are going to cover Terra Luna Classic. We are going to answer the millionaire question if Terra Luna Classic can go to $1 ever again. I'm going to show you all my research about that. We are going to go deeply in which is the Terra Luna Classic situation right now, what is this burn mechanism that could start to burn a lot of Luna Classic tokens. And we are going to see what is the next for Luna Classic and if we really can go to $1 at some point in the future. So if you have been affected by this catastrophic thing of Terra Luna Classic and you still hold your tokens, you need to see this video until the end. And if you want to enter into Luna Classic right now, I recommend you to check this video before. Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notifications, and without anything else, let's go into it. Hey guys, well, a lot of things has been happening on the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem. Right now, the token of Luna Classic is at position 34, which is actually much better than the Luna token itself. But at this moment, we already know that this is only a community-driven effort. They want to burn a lot of tokens, they want to move the price up again. And we are going to cover how realistic this is and if we really can go to $1. So stay tuned to the whole video. The reality is that after the catastrophic thing that happened with the token has been rising again like a 300% or even more. So at some point in September we hit like a 0005, which is very high in terms of the recovery since the all-time low on May 13 after the catastrophic fell off. This is hyping a lot of people trying to know if they need to invest in Luna Classic right now and if the possibility to go to $1 is real or not. So the first thing you need to know is that the Twitter account, most of the social networks that Terra Luna had, right now I only focus on the new ecosystem of Luna token. So you cannot see more information about Luna Classic here. So there are a couple of developers that are still moving forward the Luna Classic network. One of them is Edward Kim, so I recommend you to follow him. And he's the one that put this proposal for the 1.2 tax parameter change. This proposal initiates the tax for all on-chain transactions as first described in the proposal 3568 for the 1.2% burn and the proposal 4159 distribution of version 22. Taxes will be changed and burned for on-chain activity such as sending between wallets and smart contracts that interact with the chain. This parameter change cannot be enforced taxes on off-chain activity like trading on central exchanges. So basically this was a proposal that was already accepted. In a couple of hours this will be accepted and it will be merged, and in 5 days from now this will be implemented in the Terra Classic chain. So doing this, on-chain transactions will have a 1.2% burn, but the central exchanges are not included on this. These are decisions that they need to take care for themselves. So with all this recovered tax rate in the Classic network, there has been a lot of pump across the token. That is why it has been pumping a lot. In terms of its path to the recovery for Luna Classic, we need to understand that this 1.2 is only on-chain transactions. And like CC mentioned here, the CEO of Binance, they don't even burn for on-chain transactions, right? So he didn't hear that after this proposal is implemented and is happening in the chain, maybe the exchanges can start to think about it if they are going to implement it also in the trading systems and in off-chain transaction systems. So I really think that is necessary. The exchanges need to implement that to have any hope that get the supply of Luna Classic token lower and start to getting more traction on it. And how is the burning doing right now? Well, you can go to LUNC.tech. This is a Luna Classic burn online. The today burn you can see here is 1 million tokens. The total burn is a 0.056% of the total supply of Luna C, which right now is 6.9 trillion. So this is really low. Still the 1.2 in online transaction is not yet committed into the chain. We need to wait that, but also we need to see what the exchanges are going to do. If they are not going to implement this, then I see zero chance that the Luna token can go to $1, even if we get utility in the future. So a must is that the exchanges also get the burn 1.2%. And another big news that dumped the price of Terra Luna Classic is that Do Kwon may need to return to South Korea. The South Korea authorities are to avoid the Do Kwon's passport and expedite deportation. So South Korean prosecutors have intensified their efforts to capture Do Kwon, the co-founder and CEO of Terraform Labs, with the Minister of Foreign Affairs ready to step in to void his passport. Meanwhile, further details have emerged about the arrest warrant South Korean prosecutors yesterday issued to Kwon, with the CEO apparently initially refusing to meet with prosecutors who have traveled to Singapore. Kwon is now residing in Singapore, where he established Terraform in 2018, and the Seoul Southern District Prosecutor Office has been investigating him and other Terraform-linked individuals for suspect fraud for several months. So the things are not looking good for the CEO of Terraform Labs, so this could end in some charges on him, so we are going to need to see that. But again, this is not anymore affecting Terra Luna Classic because they are independent right now. This could be the new blockchain of Luna, but we are not talking about that in this video. So Terra Classic still update reveals a bold plan to regain USDC dollar peg and bring utility to Luna Classic. This is important thing and something that I really want to comment in this video, because if you only hope that the burn mechanism could bring the token to $1, then I really think you are in the wrong side of this situation. So let's go to my report. So can Luna Classic still reach $1? We have the CEO Do Kwon of Terra Foundation that has an arrest warrant and maybe charged and needs to return to South Korea. So you don't really can hope more support from the Terra Labs anymore. The Luna Classic blockchain is independent of Do Kwon and maybe independent of Terraform Labs also. The Terra Luna Classic network will be left behind to those devs who want to keep it, but TFL is not working on it, being Edward Kim one of those devs that I showed you before. So right now a lot of happening with him. Terra Luna Classic is starting a path to the recovery of the network and is starting to look like a meme coin, where the project is community driven and the Luna Classic has not really any utility right now. So this is very important. This is something that you need to be aware right now, because the token itself right now is only similar what looks a meme coin, because the utility is not anymore. The project that were in the chain of Classic have been moved to Luna Classic or even to another blockchain after May, after everything that happened. So right now there's a couple of projects only running in the old chain. This is not good, guys. A meme coin, it will not do it at the end. You can see how Dogecoin and Shiba Inu have been doing a lot of efforts to get utility to the token, because if not, it's not going to work. So Luna Classic at some point needs to have utility. How we are going to do that, I will explain that. So the Luna Classic total supply is 6.9 trillion tokens. Right now there are locked like almost a 10% of that. So that is a good sign that the community and the people is like believing a little bit on the chain. And we have a total burn of 3.9 billion tokens, which is a 0.05 of the total supply. So what can we do in order to get to $1? Well, we need to pass this proposal and get it implemented. Maybe the next week it could be already been done. So we are close to the proposal 4661 passes and 5 days and 21 hours to go until 1.2 burn tax is implemented on chain. And remember, are the centralized exchanges going to participate in this burn on off-chain activity? That is super important. That is a news that you need to wait. If that happens, then I think we can see some bullish momentum on Terra Luna Classic, because that could get a lot of traction, a lot of transactions of off-chain activity that will burn tokens. So this total burn value could increase like a lot over time if exchanges are on that. So can Luna Classic still reach $1? Well, many things need to happen in order to that. It's not only the burning mechanism. If you are thinking that because they are going to burn more, we are going to reach $1, then you are wrong. So the centralized exchanges need to adopt the burn 1.2 on transactions 2. We need that USDC needs to be fixed and hack tested. So the second thing that they plan to do is to fix and get the USDC and Luna C peg again. So they need to recover that. They need to get the USDC again to $1. In order to do that, there are many things that they plan to do, but basically first they need to fix the algorithm and the way that this is done in order that cannot be hacked again. So the first thing, it will be regain the peg between Luna Classic token and USDC. After that, they need to be some type of utility for the Luna C token. So we need projects again into this change so they can increase transaction usage. Because if it's depending only for retail can burn some tokens, some amount of token, but it will be really irrelevant because many are in the situation that I am. You may be affected with the Luna collapse and you hold still your Luna Classic tokens. Or people like me, I didn't was affected, thanks God, but I bought Luna Classic tokens. I bought the 10 million tokens when it was really cheap after the catastrophe, and I'm still holding it. So in order for me to get $1 million, I need to get 10 cents of the value. But again, this is a lot. I need still like 1,000% up on the value of the token in order to get that. And that cannot happen increasing only the market cap because it's already near 2 billion. We need to burn a lot of tokens. And like I said, the people that is holding the tokens to hoping to reach $1 is not going to move those tokens. It's not going to burn the tokens. They are really hoping to get some recovery from the losses. So the burning, it will need to happen off-chain. So that is why exchanges are the most important thing on that for the burn. And then the developers need to get this done, the USDC Luna Classic peg. And then there's need to be utility with the token. So I think the answer is super unlikely. I don't think we are going to reach $1. This could take years, like 10 years even, and will depend of utility and adoption at some point. So I don't think neither of that projects is going to want to go back to Luna Classic because of reputation. Reputation is really important on the ecosystem of crypto. The reputation is really bad. So guys, like I say here, can Luna Classic reach $1? I see that very unlikely. And all this needs to happen in order to you have some possibility that the token get to $1. My strategy is I would not sell my 10 million tokens because I bought it really cheap, and if I sell it I may have $400. But I really prefer to hold them, don't move anything, and maybe in 5 years those worth something. So my strategy is only to hold them and see what they can do with the network. If not, if go to zero, it's okay. I was already thinking that I lose that money. So if you plan to buy these tokens for first time, I recommend you to not to do that. This is super risky. I don't think it's a good strategy to enter to Luna Classic right now. But if you already hold your tokens, I don't think that sell them, it will be a good idea neither. So just keep them, and maybe in 5 years, if this continue progressing, you may have some value in those tokens. Guys, that is the answer for the Luna Classic, if they can still reach $1. Hope you like the video. Please like it, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get the notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.